For love of my brethren and friends, I say, peace upon you. My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, as we begin this Advent season, Isaiah's vision of peace and hope in today's first reading invites us to climb up the mountain of the Lord, where swords are hammered into plowshares and nations walk in the light of God. This imagery calls us to dream of a world transformed, where division gives way to unity and war is replaced by reconciliation. Saint Teresa of Avila said, "Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you. All things are passing, God never changes." These words of the saint appropriately describes the peace that Isaiah mentioned in the first reading. A peace rooted not in fleeting circumstances but in the eternal faithfulness of God. Advent is a time to prepare our hearts for this peace, to turn our swords of anger, pride, and fear into tools of love and compassion. The Gospel magnifies this call to faith through the centurion, a man of authority who humbly recognized his need for Christ. His faith teaches us two powerful lessons. First, the universality of God's salvation, that is to say, salvation for all, and the second, the transformative power of surrender, that is, centurion's act of humbly recognizing his own limitations and placing complete trust in Jesus' authority. Jesus marvels at the centurion's faith, saying, "Nowhere in Israel have I found faith like this." This Advent, let us ask ourselves, do we approach Christ with the same faith and humility, trusting Him to heal what is paralyzed in our lives? St. John Paul II beautifully stated, "The way of peace passes through forgiveness and reconciliation." Isaiah's vision urges us to seek peace not just universally but personally, with our families, our communities, and in our hearts. Advent is a time for repairing our hearts, for laying down grudges and choosing love, as we prepare to welcome the Prince of Peace into our lives. So let us ascend the mountain of the Lord with joy and resolve. May we enchant the psalmist's words, "For love of my brethren and friends, I say, peace upon you." Let us live as peacemakers, trusting in God's unchanging love and bringing His light into our world. As Saint Teresa of Avila reminds us, with God, patience obtains all things. This Advent, may our faith move mountains, may our hearts be healed, and may we truly walk in the light of the Lord. Amen.